Hi guys, and welcome back to a brand new piercing fail reaction video. Hi everyone! What is the tea? What is the Darjeeling? The laps thanks to Sean the Scotland Croissant, the Earl Grey. What shall I say is the tea? Now, today's tea is water. So hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you are new, hello, my name is Roly, piercing, body modification, tattoo, Reddit weirdo here on the internet. So subscribe, there's a QR code on screen if you're watching on TV. Scan me your phone, subscribe to the channel. We're gonna hit 1 million subscribers this year. We're gonna do it, we have to do it. But today we're delving back into the world of my Pandora's box of piercing fails and going into my Instagram and seeing what stuff I've saved over the years, things we haven't seen, some extreme stuff that I put to one side. I was like, I'll get to it later. Never know what we're gonna get with these ones. So thank you for joining me today. Yeah, as always, make sure to hit the like button, all the fun things, all of my social media links are down below. But let's just not talk very much. Let's not beat around the bush wattlier and get on with these piercing fails. So what, so this, oh for goodness sake. How still? How still? What the coughing? Cough, cough, cough. Oh my God. Oh my, that is absolutely ridiculous.
You're crazy.
The idea that, I don't know, piercing gun fronts can spin like that. Oh, the more you know. Now what though? What are you gonna put on the other side? Hello, look, the thing is, oh great, wonderful. It kind of looks like you got a bit of a bogey nose. I've got cat hair on my face, I can feel it here. I just don't understand how we're in 2025 and this is what is being done still. I just don't get it. I'm just so confused. There is no, God. And the thing is, those piercing guns are really aggressive as well. God, I can feel this bloody bit of fur on my nose. I can feel it here somewhere. Oh God, it's just awful. There is literally no reason to be doing this in modern day society. I just, like, what's the... Why? What are you doing? It's one of these things I always say when I see this. If I actually need to tell you why this is bad, then there is no hope for you. You are needed in the basement. Go to the basement and never come back. Okay, oh God! What? Is there sound? Just music. Oh, day to the witches. So they're piercing the back. I could not. Oh my. Oh. What? Oh. Pin up the diaper, girls. I've got a diaper in my head. Oh my God. An adult baby. What is happening? So they just pierce the back of the head and they just. I'm assuming this is in a studio that was like they properly like sterilized that. Oh. She's got hair. Do you want to wear mummy's wig?
I don't know. Maybe this was too much for them.
Obviously, this is going to be like a piercing play stupid thing for a video. The idea of I have like no... My head on my skin on my head is actually quite tight. You could never do that to me. Oh my... That must really hurt. But it's a huge safety pin. And they attach like hairs, like little locks. Like, what are you doing? Do you want to wear mummy's wig? Oh, that is gnarly. Oh my God, do you want to wear mummy's toupee? Yeah, mummy didn't want a wig. She decided she wanted a toupee instead. Oh, a nice Yorkshire Terrier.
That's not fooling anyone.
We see a lot on this channel. This is the first time we've ever seen someone put a safety pin in the back of someone's head. God, I mean, at least it's in like, I guess a piercing environment and not in someone's like basement. And again, I'm assuming because it's in an actual studio, that safety pin has been fully sanitized. Do you want to wear mummy's toupee? People are wild. So, okay, so this person's having some piercing play. So they're, pierce me, daddy. Oh, okay. Oh, I love that spider is really cool. Okay, so they're doing the wonder on their leg, yes. Lovely fun. Oh God. Oh wait, what? What is that? What are they do? They're string. The thing is, I've seen people thread their ears and stuff. And like, I would always say probably not great to put thread through your body like that, but to put it through like surface piercings, isn't your body just gonna kind of like quite quickly seal up? You know, when you put actual jewelry or hoops, it's so solid, the body can't close up at all. But putting thread in, it's gonna be really soft. And like, when you have something brand new, it seals up really quickly. So I just don't know. Oh. I feel like they're gonna, how are you gonna get, surely the string would get stuck. What's preventing the string from getting stuck inside? Like again, piercing play isn't for me. Like sure, you wanna do piercing play, sure, do what you want. Putting string underneath? And is that very clean? How would you clean that string to make sure it's like sanitary to do that? Surely when you're going to take that out, you're going to have to really pull that out because the skin would have quite quickly sealed over that because it's not like metal, which is like forcing the hole to stay open. The thread is flimsy, so it's going to like close onto it. Oh, I don't know about that. Oh, I'm not sure about that. No, that feels a little bit too far, if I'm honest. Piercing your own nose drunk. Oh God, what do you?
She's on drugs!
Oh God, can we? Oh, okay, wait.
Oh.
Is he on like? I feel like this person could potentially have been taking some MDMA, looking at the drawer with the chewing gum. Oh, Granny, girls. Piercing your nose drunk. Yeah, let's just shove like a random earring. That was probably in his ear. That was probably like an earring that he had because it looks like it kind of looks the same as what he's got on his other earlobe. So I'm assuming that was probably on his other ear. And he just decided just to shove it through his nose. But also like if you're trying to like pierce your if you're trying to piss on your nose, if you're trying to pierce your nose, why have we done it like here? Like, what an odd place to go. I'm just gonna pierce my nose here. Like, up, like, what? What a strange location. Like, what? Why did you do it like here? What? Why did you do it there? Weird place to be like, I mean, if they're drunk and on, yeah, look at his bottom jaw. He's been, someone goes, drunk, question mark? Look at those pupils. No, I don't feel like there was alcohol. I mean, the possible, look at that jawline.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Okay, so, what's happening? What? Wait, so is there sound? It's probably, oh my God. Oh, it's just loud noise, isn't it lovely? As industrial strength So these people are playing a tug of war, but as piercing play, and they've got it like on their backs, and what's the point? Where's what's the goal? Every hole's a goal. Oh my God, there is no way that I would put myself up against that man who could quite clearly pull me off. Oh my God, wow. At what point do we go, humanity was a mistake?
Kill everyone now.
A tug-of-war piercing play? Someone's commented, you can't be sober doing this. Why? What? I just don't, like, what? I mean, I've seen much suspension. This is the first time I've ever seen someone do a tug-of-war piercing play. Heave ho! Sure, if this brings you overwhelming joy, you live your life, girl. But it's an interesting thing to do. The comments on this post has been restricted, so I can probably imagine that a lot of people had a strange opinion. So, oh God. Oh, look at the sinking and look at the sink. Sinky winky. God, that poor ear. Oh, I don't know what they're saying. I have to mute it in case they say something. No, say, that is bad. That's, wow. Please, please, please don't get industrial piercings if your body isn't the right shape.
You're always making things difficult.
And also body modification people, piercers, please do good by the client. Don't go money. You're gonna get a bad review. This person shouldn't have had an industrial piercing. This bottom half of the ear just isn't big enough. And like, you gotta remember, we're looking at it now when it's swollen, when his ear's probably down, there's just not enough rim to do it. There's just not enough rim. You've had to do it too far in the flat bit, which has made this bit sink in like this, which is why mine went weird back in 2009, because I just didn't have the right ear shape. 2009 was a very different time.
Old maiden.
I feel like out of all the things that we see quite problematic wise, industrial piercings is like probably in the top 3 of things we see all the time, because people just get it done, and like so many piercers are just so bad that they don't tell the person like, no, you shouldn't do this because your ear isn't the right shape. That's the one thing I have to say in the piercing community that I actually find the most disturbing. It's like, please, if you are a professional body piercer, please stop just wanting money and go, you don't have the right ear shape. Oh, what? No. Oh my God. So that really took me by surprise. Oh. What are we doing? What? I'm needed in the basement. I got a standard stair lift installed. Oh God. Wow. That is sunk in. I'm assuming that was probably pierced with a hoop then or something. Wow. Look, we've seen, thank God for that. We've seen piercings that have been like sunken in. This is probably one of the worst ones. That is bad. I find it interesting because if we look here, right, so this is where the piercing's been. So is this where it was originally pierced? Did they put a hoop in this entire bit here like this? Is this where it was like, because why is there this here? I feel like is this literally where the original piercing was? It was pierced here and it was sunken all the way into this ear, like sunken all that way. Wow, that's bad. Why was it? PSA. New piercings shouldn't be pierced with hoop. No, it shouldn't. It causes more trauma, bends a hole, it moves too much easier, way easier than like a stud does, so it causes more like friction on the inside, rips open scabs, all the fun things. You know, I mean, your ear should be scabby, but all the, you know, when your piercing's healing and the scar tissue trying to form on the inside, when you've got a hoop, it moves so much more because, of course, with the stud kind of on the inside, on a hoop, there's way more movement. It's never recommended to pierce with hoops, but this is like this is a testament to it because look, it's sunken all the way into the ear because the ear just couldn't handle it. Naughty, 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 piercing hoop. She is dead on the floor. Okay, oh, it's this man. He like sewed it. Oh, is he taking off of the other side as well? Oh, it's so, this is bonkers. Okay, so we've seen this person. This is the orc guy who looks a bit like an orc. He's got like those sort of fake tusks and he made himself look like, let me show you. This is this man watching me. He's been on my channel a few times, extreme modificator, sort of online beef with the Black Alien Project because they're trying to discuss who was the first one to do it. None of you are original, you all look the same.
How dare you?
And a little while ago, he removed his fingers on one of his hands like this to make it look like he has sort of three. Like for some reason, this is a desirable look now. He's got his other hand done as well. So now both hands, I feel like it's what? He sewed up his first two fingers here. I don't understand what, like you've sewn your fingers up together here. And so now this one's like this. Again, these people are just wild. This is wild. I do not agree with doing this. Purposely disabling yourself like this, I just think it's just such an odd thing to do. I don't like to self-diagnose or tell people, but I feel like this is when you get to real body dysmorphia, when you start removing like healthy fingers. And again, I want to stress all the time, if people ever feel like I'm being too judgy, if you think this is perfectly fine to do and you say let people be people, whatever, wonderful, that's wonderful. But listen to what I say now. These people are not going to licensed doctors, plastic surgeons, people who are licensed and qualified to be doing stuff like this. They do it underground, very back alley dodgy people using anesthesia illegally, not doctors. Like these people are not going to professionals, which means that the risk at their health and their life that they put by going under general anesthetic, unsupervised properly by doctors. Like this is not a legit thing they're doing. This is fucking awful. Like the risk of death for modifications like this, this is the side of the modification world that I'm not on board with. I don't agree with. I think it's way too far. Just purposely like disabling yourself for a look, I think is just utterly absurd.
You maniac!
I always say when you do any kind of modification, how is that going to affect your life going forward? And that is how you should make a judgment of what to do. Sometimes in the tattoo world, they'll say, don't tattoo your face, it will affect your job. And again, you have to go, well, if I do this and it affects this, is that going to be detrimental to my life? Can I financially support myself if shit goes to the fan? I get fired, I can't find a job. So that's the thing you have to weigh out when it comes to things like this though. When you're going to remove healthy limbs and fingers and suddenly you can't grab things very well, you're finding it difficult to work out. Your life is going to be so much more difficult now. When you've sewn one of these together, you're like this and the other one's like this. Like that's going to affect your life quite a lot and how you interact with things and how you pick things up. And like this is wild. And that's the side of modification that I really disagree with. And I just think it's obscene.
Hi bitches.
Oh God, what now?
Stretch with me this septum to this
So they're stretching
one.
their septum up to that. So if you don't know who this person is, we've seen quite a few of the charms on the channel, but they do quite extreme makeup transformations. So they look very different for a while. It took me, I didn't realize it was like the same person we were seeing over and over again, but we've seen this person a few times. So now they're going to stretch their septum from this to that. They didn't say what size it was.
So I already have this one.
Okay.
Acrylic. And I'm gonna just...
Okay, first things first. Please don't stretch your stuff with acrylic. It's not great. I've used it in the past and I still sometimes use it now. There's some one or two things I might have, you know, acrylic who can have lots of fun colors and stuff, but only put acrylic jewelry or anything like that in piercings that are already healed. Don't do it on new things. It's not good. You want to make sure you're using high quality materials when you're doing like stretching and stuff. Don't stretch with acrylic. It's not great.
I put on here Vaseline.
Vaseline? Again, they've just done something else that's not very great. You shouldn't really use Vaseline to stretch your septums. I just double checked just to make sure that I wasn't talking crap. And yeah, it says here, no, you should not. You should avoid using Vaseline or other petroleum-based products when stretching piercings, as they can create oily film that prevents oxygen and cleaning solutions from reaching the piercing, potentially leading to infection and irritation. Yeah, Vaseline isn't great. I was like, I haven't had this question or looked at it for a long time. So I was like, am I remembering wrong? So they're trying to, I don't know how much of a stretch is it. It looks like quite a big difference, but it's hard to tell with these ones because obviously it's thicker in the middle.
Oh my goodness. Oh my god.
Oh god. Is this
Oh my god. Do you guys see this?
I feel like they're stretching too fast. I've never stretched a septum before, so I don't know exactly what it feels like, but with ear stretching, it should go in quite easily, really. Like when you're stretching, it shouldn't really be this like really slow process, like it hurts so much. But noses of, oh God. Noses, of course, are very more, like a lot more sensitive, so I don't know, is that a bit much in one go?
And then I will put this one, because I like metal ones more. So wait. And this is how I look with metal one. Don't forget to follow, by the way.
I mean, it's not to my taste, but, you know, live your life, girl. You do you. You know, I've seen you a few times now, and I think your look is cool. But, yeah, please, going forward, for anyone watching this, don't stretch with acrylic and don't stretch with Vaseline. Just please use actual products that you're supposed to be using. Remember that piercing and body modification can have so many bad side effects. Don't cheap out on it. There's no need, like if you're having to cheap out, then you shouldn't be doing it. Body modification shouldn't be cheap. That's the problem that people seem to think now. I said like, well, we just can't afford it, so we should be able to do some things. If you can't afford, there's a reason, and then you should wait until you can afford it. Because if you can't afford the piercing, you can't afford the stretching material, you can't afford the, you know, the right lubricants and all this stuff, then you're not going to be able to afford the medical bills that will come if something goes wrong. Please don't find out the hard way.
Looks like he's dead.
So what's, oh, it's this guy. Is this on, wait. Is this on Britain's Got Talent or something? Or we've had this person on my channel a few times before where they like put needles through their arms and stuff. They're like a shock performer, like a circus sort of like freak show act where they put like needles through their like mandible and up here and they put it through their arm and stuff. But this is on like Country's Got Talent or something. I don't know what country this is. Oh God, here we go. So he's got this hook and he's put it through his nasal cavity out through his mouth because of course your sinuses are all connected. And now he's gonna like, Jesus Christ. Oh my, I'm really sorry, I'm gonna have to blur this. Although this is really on primetime TV, YouTube is like, no. So what he's basically done is he's put a hook through his sinuses here and now he's lifting himself up. I could not imagine what it must be like to have the force of your weight of your body on the inside of your sinuses. That can't be good for you. To have to lift your body weight up with your, like the inside of your sinuses, to be able to lift your weight up like that, wild. And that is a sensation that I can quite gladly never experience and never want to experience. That must damage your inside of your nose, surely, really badly. I can't even fathom what that must feel like to have all that pressure pushing against the inside of your sinuses like that. Like, look how flexible the Julie is in her tongue. That is wide. Wow. Why are we still doing this? That is, so normally when we see like snake eyes and things, like we see them a little bit more forward. This is the first time. It almost looks like it's quite far back in the tongue where like, it's not even snake eyes piercing. It's more like chameleon eyes or something because they have eyes on the side of their head. Snakes are still relatively forward, but this is like more, you know, chameleons. Like what? Chameleon piercing. Wild. Wild. Say goodbye to your tooth enamel. Also like, why, like, what an odd way to showcase the piercing. Like, what, Ella, can you stick your tongue out and wiggle it, girl? You could just show the piercing like this.
Pull out your tongue.
Like, I don't think so. Can we stop doing this, please? This was posted the 12th of February, so it's brand new still. What's happening? There's no comments on this post, so clearly, oh no, the comment's been turned off. That says everything you need to know. Oh God, oh, what? That poor ear. Oh my God. Will I have to blur some of this? Or I'm not sure. This person has a huge keloid in the back of their ear, but the side of it, it looks like a huge scabs on top of it as well. So I'm not sure how the keloid formed a huge black scab on the top. Maybe there's a piercing stuck in there as well. It's a different language, so I don't know what anyone's saying. Let me pause it. If we see there's like this big black mound on the top. So I've never seen a keloid before that has like a black scab on the top of it. So maybe there's something stuck inside there and that's why, I'm not sure. Because normally keloids are just sort of like scar tissue. We don't normally see it with like a scab on it as well. So I'm not sure what's going on here. Oh no. Okay, so what's this? Magic matchmaking.
Well, my whole life, but stretching is about 10 years.
So 10 years of stretching.
How big are those? 3 inches?
What's happening? What TV show is this? Are you single?
Justin. Alan, are you single? Yeah. Okay, good.
Swingers.
Yeah, here's Sam right here. Sam right here. Okay. All right, watch their ears closely. All right, here we go.
What's happening?
Solid
What are we
to
watching?
solid.
What? What's going on? What's happening? I mean, oh, the hoops are connected. Hoop girls. What? What TV show is this? Oh my God. What is happening? How did he do that?
Burn in hell, Quinn!
I mean, obviously there's some kind of trick here because like that is really, I mean, I'm looking, it looks like they both look like they have real stretchers. I mean, it would make sense if maybe one was fake and he was able to like detach with like a magnet or something. They both looks real. They both look like they actually do have.
Hold on, how's that possible?
Magic. Someone explain that to me, please. In the 90s, magic shows like this was so huge. But of course, because like people's views on magic, like 90s magic was amazing. Obviously now because it's, you know, do people believe it was actually magic back then? I don't know. Because now everything we know, like, I don't know. People obviously nowadays though, everyone thinks it was a trick, it's an illusion, something weird's going on. My tongue splitting healing journey. Okay, so this person's got a tongue girls. Okay, so, oh, okay, wow, sorry, I have to blur that. That is, so, oh wow. I mean, I actually really love tongue splitting. We talk about extreme modifications. This is an extreme one. I actually really like it, but I mean, it's illegal here. You can't do it here. It's completely illegal. But I don't think I can show much of this. I'm really sorry. You have to come follow me on Patreon because it's just a little bit too gory and like gross. I can't imagine the pain of having your tongue cut open and then having to heal it. Oh, it looks so vile. Wow. I think when it comes to modifications, this is probably the most extreme one that I actually quite like. But yeah, it's fully illegal to do it. You can't do it. Oh God. And the thing is with tongue splits as well. The thing with the tongue splits, you actually have to keep opening it up so it doesn't seal. So every day you got to make sure that it's not sealing up in the middle. But wow, Jesus Christ. I mean, at least this person did it like right way. There are lots of, I mean, it's a very difficult one to say the right way anyway, but there are people who use like the fish wire effect where they'll tie bits of wire from a tongue piercing and let it split through the tongue, which has so many bad things that can happen with that. At least this person kind of did it right with the scalpel. Well, I'm assuming they used the scalpel in a place, but I kind of don't like that I like it because I feel like it kind of makes me a tiny bit hypocritical because some of the extreme stuff I say. Okay, so this is one of my friends. I've known him for years and years. Literally when I first started doing piercing fails, he came onto my radar a little while ago. I've put him on my channel a few times and he sent me this video a little while ago and he said that this is him talking about the dangers of like putting snake eye piercings in your tongue. Now, obviously, I don't speak the language. I'll put the audio still because I trust him that he's not saying anything naughty to say. But yeah, I've watched this already and it's wild.
Horrores del piercing, parte 1. Chécate esto. Perforación de snake eye es una perforación bien.
Look at that. Isn't that absolutely?
Algo que nosotros los profesionales nos realizamos. Aquí están bien.
We see, we'll see in a report.
Migración en la lengua. Una de las pocas cosas que te pueden pasar.
I want to pause it where like it's the thing's not covering it. I'll put a little screenshot here. We see all the time. I always say to you, like, surface piercings will always grow out. And I say sometimes that with tongue piercings, especially like this, they also count as a surface piercing. If you're putting it through the edge of your tongue like that, it's still going to count as a surface piercing and it can grow out. And this is a case of it actually growing out of the tongue. Look at that. Look at that. Isn't that wild? Isn't that wild? But yes, go check out Ramon. I absolutely love him. I've known him for years now, and you know, I really like what he does. And he's actually like a piercer who does like actual good work and cares about his clients. Oh God, do you remember him? We've not seen, oh wow. We have not seen this for a long time. So this person was in a video, I want to say, what, maybe like 2 years ago? I do have to blur some of it. You can come follow me on Patreon to see all the unblurred stuff. Essentially, this person has done a modification where he's made himself look a little bit like the Joker, of course, because the Joker tells my and he's cut his mouth open here and sliced it up. So his mouth is like even wider and it's on both sides. So the mouth is like properly cut open. Again, so I have to blur some of it because it is really graphic. You can really see like inside. I can show you this bit because it doesn't really look gory, but you can see. So this is where the mouth naturally ends and it kind of comes up to him. He's like cut his mouth open. There are some things that I go, do you know what? You live your life, girl. When you start removing your own tissue like this, for like, that's when I start to draw the line and I go, what's going on here? Again, this would have been done maybe a bit dodgy by body modders who aren't really, you know, licensed to be using like anesthesia and all that shit. Because no licensed doctor will ever do something like this. But to actively cut your mouth open from here to make it wider, I couldn't even imagine what that would have, like what effect that would have on your life. That's such an odd thing to think about. I don't know what that would be like. Having like a wider mouth like that, what would that do? So someone's commented here. He wants to fit bigger cocks in his mouth.
Why are you gay?
Everyone has different limits. And personally, my limit when it comes to modification, when it starts to go a little bit too far, is when you start purposely really removing like tissue like this. I feel the same about removing your nose. The people who sort of like remove their nose and suddenly you can see inside their nasal cavities that we have a nose for a reason. There might be some medical reasons why some people might need surgery to make their mouth wider. I don't know, I've never heard of that. You know, we have our mouths are like this for a reason, and to open it up further, so it's like, I don't know. To me, personally, when you start doing things like this is when you're going a little bit too far. This is where I don't condone it. But, you know, live your life, girl. Enjoy eating bigger dicks.
Grow up.
Stop it! Stop it being naughty. Stop being an old flamer. What? Wait, check out our comfortable healing industrial bar if you're not seeing one. And you've... 3 guesses as to what's wrong here. Why have you used the same needle through both piercings? I don't know why I keep having to say this over and over and over again. If you went in for 2 different helix piercings, they would never use the same needle twice. If you went in for a lobe piercing and a tragus piercing, they would not use the same needle twice. If you went in for a conch piercing and another conch piercing, they would not use the same needle twice. So why people think using the same needle for an industrial piercing is suddenly okay, I will never understand. You are wrong. You do not use the same needle twice. Piercing needles should never be used twice. What are you doing? I don't understand how a piercing studio can promote this as if like it's bonkers. I don't think her ear is the right shape either. It looks way too close to the flat. Oh, and they've used one of these. I mean, this is they don't even line up properly. What I will say is this is a better option to have an industrial piercing because at least it's not putting pressure as much because of course it's loose. It's not being held fixed in when it's things like this. That is one good part of this, but I'll be surprised if that top one, if this top one here heals nicely. I'll be very surprised. Again, I don't think she's got enough rim for it. This rim looks very small. This ear shape doesn't look great either for an industrial piercing. Like this bottom half looks like it's pierced on more on the flat. There's not really much of a rim. I just don't understand how. And it's the obliviousness of these piercing studios to just post it on the internet as if like no one's gonna say anything. As I always say, and I'll keep saying this, like bash my head against one and bleed to death. Do your research, look at reviews, look at their Instagram pages, look through their stuff, because if I was going to go to a piercing studio and I think they might be good and then I see this is a huge red flag. Do not go to people who do this kind of stuff. If they're doing this one thing wrong, chances are they probably do a lot of other things also wrong, whether that's certain types of cleaning, types of jewelry they're using, it's very rare for someone like this to go, I do everything to the book. Everything is sterile, everything is sanitary, everything is perfect, except for this one little thing I do that I decide to lol. No, normally there's other things as well that they also do wrong. They might cut corners, might use cheap materials, they might be like not sterilizing things properly, things might not be, like it's very rare they just happen to do this one thing wrong and everything else perfect. Oh, for God's sake, okay, sure. Why are they just... Please tell me they're not just going to pierce it with that Tupperware box of jewellery. Oh, God. Wait, so I just want to quickly just explain what's going on because I'm going to have to blur the child. So we've got a child here. I don't know how old. I want to say maybe like 5 years old. They're picking out jewelry and playing with jewelry from just like a Tupperware box. Like it's not a sanitized, it's like not coming out one. What's the machine called? I forgot what the machine's called. It's just like jewelry is kind of just left loose in this box. And like she's touching, the PSR is touching, and they're just kind of like messing around. I'm blurring the child obviously, but she's like holding onto jewelry and playing with it. And again, the piercer is just using this biro pen directly onto this girl's ear. But if we look down here, you can see all the bits of jewelry just like in this with the gun. Just like loose, like it's not cut. She's playing with this girl's hair. Don't play with this girl's hair and then... Okay, I don't know why am I still saying this if I'm shocked at this point. And now she's just like picking up the piercing gun after playing with this girl's hair and just like letting it, and then using she's now picked up the jewelry that the girl was playing with and is now putting that into the gun. This was posted 3 weeks ago. It's 2025. There's no cleaning here. We haven't seen a single bit of cleaning. There's just like loose jewelry inside like a dirty Tupperware box. I understand that in different cultures it's a lot more normal for girls younger to get ear piercings. I get it. There's different cultures. I still don't agree with like obviously piercing children and really young kids. I think it's a bit, outdated, whatever. Why does it have to be unclean? Getting your ears pierced in a piercing studio with a needle or sanitary, or I wouldn't really have an issue with it. It's the fact that there's just a box there with the pen that's in there that she just used to dot on the girl's ear. So cross-contamination. The piercing gun was inside this box as well. She was playing with this girl's hair. Now she's picking up the jewelry. All the oils that will be in this girl's hair. She's picked up the gun that was kind of just loose in this box. All the jewelry was like wrapping around it. They were both playing with all the jewelry. She was holding the jewelry. And then the woman took the jewelry out of the girl's hands and put it into the gun. So it's so unclean. Because of course as well, there's so much jewelry inside that box. Other people probably have played with it. Other people have picked it up. Other people have been using it. Other people have used this gun. There was no cleaning of this gun. Science is still science and people will still get infections if you don't do things cleanly. The girl's now playing with this phone and stuff. Again, I'm blowing her. She's playing with a phone. Phones are one of the most dirty things that we own. We throw it around like... phones are really dirty. Phones are really dirty. Again, she was just playing with it, now touching the ear. Oh, just everything is so... I'm just going to click off of it. It's just, again, I get different cultures have different ways of doing things, but science is still science. And that is still so unhygienic, the way that they were piercing this girl's ear. And I'll be very surprised if she doesn't get some kind of infection, because especially when you're dealing with little children who don't understand it, she's too young to really understand the whole process of what piercings really are and the aftercare method. Like, she's not old enough to really understand that and take care of herself. Oh, wow. So this person has ear pointing. Wow. This is another one of those things. I feel like I'm being slightly hypocritical. I love ear pointing. I think it looks so awesome. I love it. That's a really good one as well. The problem with ear pointing is so many people I've seen have had it done, and their ears goes into such weird points, because to make your ear perfectly pointed, some of it does come to natural ear shape, because some ear shapes are going to heal differently. Some ear shapes are going to need to do more work to make them pointed. So I'm assuming this person probably had like a good sort of shaped ear for it anyway. But also the healing method, how it heals, are very different. How you sew the ear up. And I've seen people who've had like too much tissue removed and the ear ends up kind of looking square rather than pointy like this. This one's done really cool, and I do actually think I quite like it. God. Again, it's one of those things of doing this, how much will it affect your life? There's a chance the healing might go terribly and you get like a massive keloid. There's a chance. Yeah, sure. It's not really good. It's not going to mess up your hearing. It's not going to, unless you get infections and stuff. As long as you heal it fine, I don't feel like it has much of a detrimental effect on your life. So I don't think I'm being too hypocritical by saying this is cool, because I really like ear pointing. Oh God, Jesus. Sorry guys, this is a tongue split. I'm going to have to blur it out. This is way too graphic. That is deep. That's a deep. That is wild. Well, I've seen tongue slits before, and you've got to go at least somewhat deep, so it's kind of worth it when it heals. But this is almost like their entire tongue. That is so deep. That's like air. Like all the way back. That is deep. Yeah, the comment is so deep and long. This is the biggest tongue split I've ever seen in one. Like oh my God, that is. And someone's posted the Patrick Starfish doing this. I mean, that is the perfect representation of what we're looking. Oh God, that's wild. Sorry, I'm really sorry I have to blur it. That is wild. I don't know how this is going to affect movement, because you've cut it so far down. Is there going to be enough strength in it to be able to move properly? Because you've loose. I don't know. Oh wow. I've got one of them on here, look. Oh yeah, look at my eye, yeah. Oh my God, twinsies. Wow. So this person, I can't even imagine how long that would have taken to do. So this person's got piercing play, but they've made it look like an atom molecule. Atoms!
6 of them.
As much as piercing blade isn't for me, I actually do think this is quite impressive. Like, it looks quite cool. You know, it's not for me, but I actually quite like this. I think it's quite impressive that they've managed to make such an intricate shape. It's so small. It's actually, yeah, I'm quite impressed, to be honest. This is actually quite impressive. It looks clean. It looks really well done. Do you know what? Yeah. Wow. Okay. Oh, God. What's happening? So this person's getting a dermal punch. Where are they doing that? Oh God. It's like underneath. It's like on the bottom of the ear, like underneath. What would that even feel like? Oh, guys, so I have to blur some of this. There's lots of blood. Again, come follow me on Patreon. You can see the unblurred stuff. That's such an interesting place to get a dermal punch. Wow. I mean, again, this is going to be one of those things that's definitely based on ear shape and how big, like, this sort of bottom half of the ear is. I mean, it's interesting. I've never seen someone do it before. That is, like, I've never... What would that bottom part be? Because that feels... I'm not even finishing my sentences because I'm trying to think... I don't know, like, trying to go through that part of your ear is a very interesting location to think about piercing. How much would that hurt? What it would be like to have a hole there? Because that's like a proper, like... hole. That's a hole. You know, a bit of your full on a huge chunk of your flesh is coming out of your ear. Would it have a potential of collapsing that part of your ear? Could that part of the ear like look a little bit deformed afterwards if it doesn't heal right? When you take out big parts of like your ear structure like that, again, the dermal punch through my ear had a chance when I got that done of like slight ear collapse. My ear was quite large, so I didn't really have to worry about that. This ear looks quite big and chunky, so I don't think it would break down too much, but of course there is a chance of ear collapsing. Interesting place to do a dermal punch. Oh God, this person, is there more? Oh wow, and they've sewn it up. Oh Jesus Christ. Again, this is the risk you take when you know, you wear earrings that are too heavy for your ears. They can rip through the ear. This looks like a classic case of you've got an ear stud from like a piercing gun. Normally that's like one millimeter thick. Normally piercing guns, or even a bit smaller sometimes. You've used jewelry that's way too heavy, and because the bar is so thin with something really heavy, it quite easily cuts through the ear. It's very easy to do. It's not great. And this is what can happen. And unfortunately, it's not uncommon. I always see this when I used to work in Morrison's, all the time I would see girls coming, because obviously when you work in retail, you see so many people all the time, especially because I did it in London in a very busy street. The amount of girls that would come in all the time with huge stereotypical kind of like South London mad gold hoops, and they'd be cutting through the ear, and I was always just like, oh, please take it out. Please. If you're going to wear really heavy earrings, use clip-ons or something so it's not going to rip through your ear, because you might be like, it's fine. And are you still going to be happy when you've got slits in your ear? Are you still going to be like, I'm so glad I did that?
I don't think so.
If you want to wear heavy earrings and you've got hair and things, just get like a clip and put a tiny bit of string on the back side of it and tie it up and then clip it to your hair here. Get the hair grip, put the string in the center, and then clip it to your hair. So it gives this piercing a bit more support. It might look a bit strange from the back, but if you've got your hair down or so, like bit over it, you can cover that up just to give it support, because these dangly earrings that are massive will cut through your ears. They will cut through your ears. And I can guarantee you're not going to be going, I'm so glad I warned them, when you've got slits in your ears and you have to get your ears sewn up. Oh, relaxing. My mum said I could be anything I wanted, so I became a dreamcatcher. No nightmares for my septum. I'm assuming this is just put in for a photo taken out. It looks like a big earring and they've decided to put it through her nose. Imagine actually having that. And I've got a cat flap on my nose, yeah. Oh my God. Oh yes, wacky Kathy and her funny septum piercing. Don't have to be mad to work here, but do you have to have a fucking dream catcher on your nose? Dream eater. Gengar is shook. What is happening? Oh, wow. Keloidy woidy girls. Wow. Jesus Christ. I mean, the end result's great. They've taken it out and sewed the ear up and stuff, but wow. I feel so lucky that I'm not like a keloidy person, but you know, because some people are prone to keloids. I've sometimes had hypertrophic scarring now and then on like piercings and stuff, but you know, they're really easy to treat. Keloids, you need to get them surgically removed. A lot of people, myself included, got confused originally back in the early days of like saying piercing bumps were keloids when they're not. Again, this is years and years and years ago.
Look at how wrinkly and old you are.
Yeah, I think a lot of people do get confused about what keloids are and what piercing bumps are, whereas like hypertrophic scarring, You can take care of it. You know, there's different ointments and different things and salt water, loads of different things you can do to treat hypertrophic scarring. Keloids are not going to go away by using tea tree oil or like sea salt soaks or any sort of like aspirin soaks. That's not going to help it. You need them surgically removed. And there's always a chance that they can regrow as well. Okay, so this person has music note. So what are we looking at? Sorry. Oh, they got like a little spider. And then, so they've got a dermal implant. That's a little spider. And that's a, what is that? This is apparently, oh, I thought maybe this is new. It's healed. What is that? Oh, is that maybe like a wasp or something?
Is it a bee?
I just feel like you can't really see what it is very well. We've seen people with dermal implants before and you can like really see, like we've seen pentagrams and things on, and you could really tell what it is. I feel like to go through the process of getting a dermal implant like that, for it to look like this, I'd be quite disappointed. The spider's a little bit more legible. You can kind of see the spider a bit more, but the tattoo kind of off-puts it a little bit because, I don't know, it hides it a bit more. But the spider at least is somewhat more like you can read what it is. That took me a while to realize. I think it's like a bee, isn't it? Is that worth it? I don't feel like it's worth it. Personally, in my opinion, like if you're going to do that, I would want to really be able to read what it was. I want to be able to properly see what it is. You can see a bit more of the spider, but I think the tattoo covers it up a little bit. Like, live your laugh, girl. But to me personally, that feels a bit pointless. Okay, music no-go. So this person's getting, oh wow. So okay, so they're getting 2 eyebrow piercings, but really on the far edge. Oh wow. Just pause that a second. I like that. I think that's cool. It almost like gives the person a fake bridge piercing on the bottom. Like it almost makes it look like they've got a bridge piercing here. I love that. I do quite like it when people do eyebrow piercings in slightly unconventional places. That's really cool. I love that. God. Okay, so this person has decided that they're going to pierce their ankle and put a really long Bioflex bar through the bottom of their ankle on the outside, because apparently that's a good idea. Do I need to tell you why this is awful? Why piercing your shin? Why piercing your shin is about like, and also I mean, I get like using long bars for swelling and stuff, but that like in that area, your socks are just gonna constantly rub against it. I don't understand what people are doing. Why? Just what are you doing? What are we doing? We have failed as society. My shin broken. Yeah, pierce it back together. My shin-a-lin. My shin-a-lin. I want you to pay with my shin-a-lin.
This act is over.
Oh my God. That is, look how much of a bump that bar has made on her tongue. That is wild. That is, who did that? Who on earth did that to you? Or did you do it yourself? That is so much of a bump on the tongue. I'm shook. It makes me feel a bit sick. That's actually made me feel a bit sick. Y'all are being serious about this isn't a big joke. I'm missing, please never pick me up instrument. What? If y'all are being serious and this isn't just some big joke I'm missing, please never pick up an instrument. I even showed you it down for you. It's fine. Oh, I guess that's completely unrelated. The bridge piercing. Please, guys, listen to your body when it's rejecting a piercing. Listen to your body because you will die. I don't know what you're doing, but it doesn't look good. Listen to your body before it rips out your bridge. What are you like? Please take it out. Please take it out. Plunge. She's plunged to death. Your bridge is that. Help me, girls. I'm on the edge and I'm about to break everything you say to me. Oh, wow. Okay. This is just in my folder. I know it's not a piercing fail, but wow, that's so cool. I always love it when people do like trident piercings and actually do it well. You can see that this has been specifically designed for this person's ear. So many times we see this, people want a trident piercing and they just kind of like put anything in and you see the ears being like bent out of shape. The ear doesn't look like it's being bent or pulled in any way, shape or form. It looks like it's specifically designed for this person's ear. It looks so cool. I'm assuming it's new because there's a bit of blood here. This is really cool. I love that. Well, guys, we are well and truly aboard that trigger train. Choo-choo, speeding down the railway, about to crash over a cliff and plunge to our death. Bye! Oh, and we're back to Jesus Christ. Oh, squat for Jesus. Oh, Jesus loved a good peach. Oh, Jesus loved to get raw dog on the last supper table. Oh, Jesus loved everything about, I don't know, a falling out bridge piercing. Wow, this has been, oh my God, Jesus was an actual surface piercing on the cross. This Pandora's box of piercing fails are always absolutely wild. It's that man lifting himself up with his sinuses. That is going to stick in my mind forever. And the one removing all of his fingers, like, what are we doing? Like, what is happening with society? That deep tongue split. That, if you're still watching the video now, comment down below. Oh, that's deep. I have absolutely no idea. As I say a lot now in these videos after doing them for as many years, it looks like we're going to be doing them forever because clearly the madness is not stopping. The madness never seems to end. So, you know, we're set for a lot longer, girls. Anyway, thank you for watching today's video. Make sure you subscribe. Again, there's a QR code if you're watching on a TV. Scan with your phone and subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell and yeah, leave us a comment down below because it really helps. I want to get to 1 million subscribers. So I really want to do 1 million this year. But anyway, thank you for joining me today. Today's Instagram shout out goes to JessieBear90. Thank you for following me over on Instagram. Come follow me on Instagram. Maybe you can be the next shout out. A massive shout out to my lovely Patreons whose names you can see on the side of the screen here, and an extra special shout out to my top tier Patreons, Radhika Madala, Shelley Wynn, Andrew Alexa, Zoe Brost, Jessica Main, Samuel, Tadeo Anaya, Lovely Caitlin, Leon P, Jenny Wood, Adam Flilminster, Keen Jelly Bean, Purple Eyed Fox, Kaz, Eva Netniash, Join the Navy, Dreamin' Bunny, Kimmy H, Blue Gem, TNS Mum, Adam Brett Batch, Rishi, They Call Me Doc, Athena Falling Angel Barrington, Erin Grace, Benjamin Baker, IER, Robin Scott Palmer, Steffi Tech, Chloe Louise, and Shell Herman. Thank you for being my top tier Patreons. You guys are delicious wishy. Anyway, be fabulous, be amazing, be gay, be everything you want to be, and don't let any bitch out there tell you you can't be wise at, because you don't pierce your bridge at home.